Hi, and welcome back to my channel where I do crafts, experiments, and fun. Today I will be showing you how to do two different crafts, both having to do with pirates, to finish up the treasure hunt theme we have been doing for the last couple of weeks. The first one I will be showing you is the pirate hat that I promised you last week. The second is the treasure chest to put the treasure in. For the pirate hat, the materials I used are paper plate, scissors, black paint, and white paint. Mine just happened to be puffy paint. The first thing to do to make the hat is to draw out the basic shape on the back of the paper plate. Then, carefully using scissors, make a hole anywhere along the line. When you get the hole in it, cut the paper plate along the line that you made when you drew it out. This might be tricky, so please be safe, and if you are a child, get an adult to help you. Once that part is done, on both sides of what is going to be the front part of the hat, cut out a triangle shape at the brim area. This allows the hat to stand up and look more like a pirate's hat. After that, you can trim the shape of the hat until it is the shape that you want. Mine had too much of a point, so I rounded it out some. Depending on the head of the person using the hat, you might need to cut some of the back part of the hat off. The bigger the head of the person, the more you need to cut off. This is what it'll look like when you are done. Please don't mind the brown on the back. I had previously used this plate on a different project and I didn't want to waste plates. When the plate is the shape that you want, cover it completely in black paint. Be sure to do this on a work surface that is okay to get dirty, because if you're anything like me, this can get messy. Once the black paint is dry, you can paint on the design of your choice in your white paint. I chose to do two bones crossing, but you can choose any pirate-like design, such as the skull and crossbones. Picturing each bone as two lines with the tops of hearts on either end helped me to envision how to draw it. Here is the final product. Now for the treasure chest. To make the chest, I used regular sized popsicle sticks, hot glue, and cardboard. As a bit of a disclaimer, I am not going to tell you the measurements I used because they didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it, but that's because I didn't plan very well. But I will walk you through the process and tell you what I learned. To make the walls, what I found easiest was once I decided on the size of my wall, to tape it to the table and to put hot glue and a support stick on while it was taped. Because otherwise, they tended to move and they would get crooked. The process of making the floor is the same as making the four walls. Just remember to plan out your measurements. The length of your treasure box should be as long as your popsicle sticks. This is for aesthetic purposes. After all of the walls and the floor are made, I used cardboard that was already bent for a hinge. You can use whatever you have that will work as long as it fits. While I still had the cardboard out, I cut out the rounded parts of the top of the treasure chest. The length at the bottom of this should be the width of your treasure chest. I did mine freehand, but if you want to use something rounded to do yours, feel free to do so. After I cut out the first one, I traced it and cut out the second one so that they would be identical. Once they are both cut out, put them the same way with the flat side against the table and glue on a popsicle stick so that it is flat against the table as well. Continue gluing popsicle sticks along the cardboard as close to the last popsicle stick as possible until it is complete. When it is complete, it'll look like the lid of a treasure box. I reinforced mine by putting more glue around the seams on the inside. Now it's time to put the box together. And this is the part that I ended up struggling with. My initial plan was to have all of the walls and floor the same size squares, which probably would have worked, but then for some reason I added an extra popsicle stick to all of my walls and my floor, and it threw my measurements off completely. If you have your measurements done correctly, this should go fairly smoothly for you. You should be able to put a line of glue at the edge of the floor and along the wall that connects each wall to each other. If yours doesn't work right away, don't get frustrated, just improvise. If it's not fitting on the floor, try putting it outside of the floor. In the end, I got mine to work. It turned out being a little bit taller than I planned. Once both the lid and the box are put together, figure out which way the lid fits best and which way you want to open. When you figure this out, get the hinge that you are using and carefully glue it into the box as straight as you can. I emphasize straight because from experience, if the hinge doesn't go in straight, the whole treasure box is a little bit off. Again, the next step, carefully glue the lid to the hinge. Try to make that one as straight as possible as well. Now, your treasure chest is just about done. The lid on my treasure chest had a little bit of a lip and was a bit off-centered. So I added a piece of popsicle stick that I broke off to the front center of the box part, and then added a piece of string to the lid to keep it closed. Feel free to embellish your treasure chest however you would like. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make both of these crafts. If you make any of the crafts from this video, feel free to send pictures. My social media links will be in the description below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see more crafts, experiments, and fun. Bye. See you next week.